Hi. Just looking at the progression of technology over the years in certain areas such as phones, watches, calculators, organisers, and how these eventually all fitted into one box as we see if it's having the case now. This is the original sort of watch. It's an escapement watch. It's all mechanical. You wind it or else you use your wrist to wind it by automatic weights inside. The next was this one here, which is a LED watch, light emitting diode one. And then we got on to liquid crystal watches, which had a few more features as well, to the point where now we got onto a computer watch, as in it has got everything going within there, including as a computer. Now, phones went through a similar sort of progression. We started off with the original dial phone and then got onto a digital phone, landline, and then got onto the analog phone, which is on the analog mobile network, AMPS, which lasted until we got to the point where we went on digital phones, and the digital phones were called the GSM phones. Now the GSM phones progressed and in fact actually got smaller. So this is a tiny little Nokia, and it's asking me to insert a card. It no longer works because it's on the second generation network. Now on that second generation network, I at the time was connecting an organizer. Now an organizer started like this. It's this one's a Sharp organizer, and it had a small screen, was able to organize your to-dos, your calendar, your data information, and it was then progressed into a mobile phone. And so now this is the first of the new generation phones, and that got smaller again in the still now into the third generation phone, 3G, GSM 3G, and now we get to the latest phone, which is a 4G SM, and 5G is coming along as well now. Now what happened with that is that from our calculator, which started off with an electronic calculator like this one, and it actually got smaller as well, to a little card calculator, but then got into a scientific area as well as an organising area, so it went that way as well. So all of these now, everything can be done in a phone such as this one. Now this is a Samsung, but which is a Samsung Galaxy using Android operating system, but iPhones using Apple system do the similar sort of things. Now the other thing that was taking place, of course, is that we had our computer. The computer started off in big boxes and then went to notebooks and laptops, and then if you wanted to, you could get to having your computer in a tablet. So there's been this progression over the years to make things smaller and then to make them bigger again, because you're able to get a lot more information as you get bigger. So now you can have even bigger monitors like this operating from your computer. So there's been a progression of mainly being able to fit a lot more transistors into a smaller place, and then to be able to get a bigger screen and battery to be able to use those transistors to get the full power. So that's a bit of a progression on how watches, calculators and computers and mobile phones have progressed.